And good evening to you. Welcome to high school basketball on Central Illinois Sports, live tonight from Boschel Gymnasium as the 6-6 Pittsfield Sockies play host to the 9-2 Pleasant Plains Cardinals. Good evening to you. I'm Charlie Holt. John's alongside tonight, as is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. The Sockies coming off of a loss to Illini West in the Christmas tournament at Macomb to fall to 1-2 in that tournament. Pleasant Plains last game was a win over Effingham St. Anthony in their Christmas tournament, which they went 3-1 on the season. Their only loss to Lincoln Way East out of Frankfort. We'll talk more about the matchup on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show with locations in Pittsfield, Berry, Liberty, and Hannibal. Great Rivers Bank is here to serve all of your banking needs. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Wish you had extra cash for a vacation, a boat, a new car, projects around the house? Free up more cash for the things you want by taking advantage of low interest rates. Refinance your home with Great Rivers Bank and keep more of your money by lowering your monthly payment. Start the process online at greatriversbank.bank and work with one of our experienced loan officers to get the lowest rate possible. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Did you know that Prairie Land FS doesn't just sell seed? They treat it and box it right here at one of their local facilities, then deliver it to your farm or fields. Growers trust Prairie Land FS to deliver top-performing crop protection products that promise the best performance before, during, and after the growing season. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
When choosing internet and Wi-Fi service to meet your family's education needs, it pays to do your homework. You'll learn that Cascom, with fast, reliable speeds up to 1 gig, powered by whole home adaptive Wi-Fi, is the right choice. School has changed, and so should your internet. Contact Cascom and upgrade to the internet speed and whole home Wi-Fi your family needs.
There's a road that makes all the difference between the good and the great. A road less traveled for the few who can handle the grind. One of hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership, with a respect for heritage and tradition and a willingness to adapt. At Little Jess, we travel that road every day because we believe in that difference. And we dare our competition to try and keep up. Little Jess, serving the tri-state area since 1969.
Back with you on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. The Pittsfield Sockies and the Pleasant Plains Cardinals this evening at Boschel Gym. Been a while since the Sockies have had a home contest, and they're looking to get back to the winning ways against this tough Pleasant Plains squad. The Cardinals 9-2 on the season. As we told you, finished in third place of the tournament. They played in over the Christmas holiday, and having a nice year as Kyle Weber's squad, kind of like Pleasant Plains is used to doing on the hard court. This Cardinal team started off their season with a win over Monticello, 43-27. They beat Springfield Calvary 79-42 and went over Deer Creek Mackinac 68-54. They beat Abington Avon 65-27, so a common opponent between these two teams. Their first loss of the season was on December 13th to Decatur St. Teresa 51-45. Then they posted wins over Tolona Unity 45-43 in overtime, Beardstown 54-28, Knoxville 55-39, Effingham 73-72. They fell to Lincoln Way East of Frankfort 65-31 before defeating St. Anthony of Effingham 52-43. The Sockies on the other side are 6-6 on the season. They started out in their own tournament, wins over Liberty 56-30, Payson Seymour 51-40, Western 50-37, and then lost the championship game 38-34 to Porta AC Central. They defeated Minden Unity, then lost back-to-back games to Southeastern of Augusta 56-45 and West Central 66-54. Posted a 36-32 victory over Riverton, losing to North Green 50-49 in the final game before the Christmas tournament. Then the Sockies opened up the Macomb tournament with a loss to Macomb High School rather handily. They beat Abington Avon handily on the other side and then fell to Illini West 58-50 It was the final in that contest in the consolation semi. So it's been an up and down couple of weeks for the Saki squad, and they're looking to get back to a little more consistency here. And a tough couple of matchups this week. They're home tonight against this Pleasant Plains squad, and then on the road on Friday at Quincy Notre Dame. Good crowd on hand for tonight's contest. About 11 minutes away from the Star Spangled Banner, the starting lineups of the play-by-play. Glad you're with us tonight on Central Illinois Sports.
Here at Mountain Dew, it's easy to tell who really loves the outdoors. For one thing, there's the rack on your car and the hitch on the back of your truck. There's your garage full of toys, from dirt bikes to wakeboards. And there's your cooler full of Mountain Dew, always at the ready. Because when it's time to get out there, climb into your deer stand or your fishing boat, a cooler of ice-cold Mountain Dew, that's as important a piece of outdoor gear as your spinning rod or your four-wheeler. Mountain Dew. Get out and do.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930. Farmers, are you looking for high-yield genetics to help the bottom line on your farm? Contact Lipcomb Seed Sales for high-yielding A-Series soybeans from Pioneer. We have the luxury right now to be offering the highest-yielding soybean lineup Pioneer has offered in 30 years. Couple that with a service that is second to none, and you have a winning combination for your farm. For corn, check out the results of the National Corn Growers Yield Contact and see who's at the top. Maybe today is a good day to revisit Pioneer corn hybrids as well. Contact Aaron, Evan, and Brett today for high-yielding A-Series soybeans from Pioneer. Go Eagles! Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in the tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
Back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. Pittsfield and Pleasant Plains this evening. We'll have action for you on Friday night as well, as Pittsfield will be on the road at Quincy Notre Dame. A JV game at 6 o'clock, varsity game to follow. You'll be able to watch that here on Central Illinois Sports. And then we'll have our coverage of the 97th Annual Winchester Invitational Tournament starting on Saturday morning. The first of 26 games to be brought your way over the Saturday to Saturday tournament. And the first game of the day will feature the number 1 seed, the Route Rockets, taking on number 9 Triopia. That's at 9 o'clock in the morning, followed by the 10:30 matchup of Payson Seymour and Pleasant Hill. At noon, it's Brown County, the 4 seed, against number 12 Carrollton. Number 5 Camp Point Central takes on number 13 Western at 1:30. Number 2 Porta AC plays Carlinville, the 10 seed. That is at 4 o'clock. The 5:30 p.m. game will be Greenfield Northwestern and Liberty, 7 and 15 seeds there. 7 o'clock, the home team West Central matches up against Calhoun, the 3 seed versus the 11. That's a 7 o'clock tip-off. And then the final game of the night will be number 6 Griggsville Perry and number 14 North Green. You can watch every game of the 100th Winchester Invitational Tournament right here on Central Illinois Sports. Well, John, it's been a while since the Saki team has defeated a Pleasant Plains squad in basketball action. In fact, it's been long enough to go. I don't really remember the last time Pittsfield posted a win against Pleasant Plains, and that's something that it's a little disconcerting if you're a Saki fan coming into the game tonight.
Let's just talk about the most memorable game of Pittsfield and Pleasant Plains instead then, Charlie.
Well,
Brad Hamilton scored what?
He scored 40.
Uh-huh.
Maybe even 41 of the team's 65. It was a triple overtime win right here in 2011 in the regional championship, and one of the more memorable games. Lucas Studak, one of the stars for Pleasant Plains that night, but the Sakis, of course, won that game and went on to finish 4th in the state of Illinois. Kyle Weber's done a really good job after being a very good coach at the Riverton Hawks program for a while, transitioned very nicely to this Pleasant Plains program.
Yeah, he really does a great job and always has his teams very well prepared. And I fully expect this Pleasant Plains team to be like most other Pleasant Plains teams are going to have a couple kids who can shoot threes, and if you don't get out and guard, you're going to get beat bad really quickly.
If you remember last year, the Sockies were in a tight game with the Cardinals until the fourth quarter, and then that athleticism and overall speed of Pleasant Plains started to take over. The Cardinals won that contest going away by 13 or 15 points. Pittsfield will have to take much better care of the basketball, and they'll need that energy that they had the last two games at the Macomb tournament. Even though they didn't defeat Illini West, a game that was kind of filled with some up and down runs on the scoring side of things, the energy was much better for the Sockies.
Yeah, I think energy is going to be key for this team because, unfortunately, an awful lot of nights the Sockies have not shot the basketball very well, and sometimes that high energy, especially on the defensive end, can get you some turnovers and get you some baskets on the other end with nobody guarding.
I feel like Pittsfield also made a little more of a concerted effort to try to get to the rim in those last two games and had some success scoring inside, not just settling for the three ball. Both teams back in their locker rooms for some last moment preparations. We'll step aside on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Back with more after this.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the beautiful and historic city that is Pittsfield, Illinois, a community that feels like home.
Home to over 4,000 residents, a progressive and growing community serves as an amazing place to live, learn, work, and play. With civic, charitable, family, and recreational activities available, you'll never be bored here. Attend an event or festival, play some disc golf on our new championship course, spend the day fishing, or even catch a Civil War reenactment. As a community driven by success, Pittsfield provides numerous incentives to assist citizens and local businesses. Our goal in Pittsfield is to truly advance and prosper. Staying healthy is made easy here, with access to doctors, dentists, and other medical specialists throughout the community. People come to Pittsfield for a variety of reasons: stately historical homes, an abundance of natural resources, hunting, scenic areas along the Illinois and Mississippi rivers, festivals, recreational opportunities, and much more. People stay in Pittsfield simply because life here is great. Picture yourself in Pittsfield today.
Hey guys, it's James and Todd coming at you from Jersey's here. Hey, and it is a beautiful day outside.
Catch all the action at Jersey's in Camp Point. Fresh, made-to-order sandwiches, wraps, horseshoes. Check out our brisket bacon burger, our Nashville hot chicken. Fried chicken every Thursday night. Enjoy an afternoon on the patio or catch a game on one of our 7 TVs. Queen of Hearts drawing every Wednesday at 7 o'clock.
Todd, you got some beers for us?
Hey, you know what? It's time for that segment.
We love beer!
Ice-cold draft beer, unmatched craft selection, and signature drinks. Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, your hometown sports bar.
From our trucks to their lunch trays, to your local hospital, to your favorite pub, and to your kitchen table. For more than 60 years, Dot Foods and Dot Transportation have been stocking the shelves of your hometown. Sure, we've grown a lot, but at our core, we're still small-town, family-run businesses that care about our communities and the people who keep us running. Join the Dot family today and be part of something bigger.
Back with you on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Hey, check out the CD rates. They have some really good options for you right now at Great Rivers Bank. You can visit the location nearest you. They're in Hannibal, Missouri, and then on the Illinois side in Liberty, Berry, and Pittsfield, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Find out more at greatriversbank.bank. Sockies are happy to be back home. It's been a while since they've had a home game, John. They finished the first half of the season with a little illness when they were supposed to play Griggsville Perry at home. They then went on the road to North Green in a contest that is memorable but in the wrong way for the Sockies. So it's been a while since they played here on the home digs. That was all the way back when they lost to Southeastern here, and that seems like a long time ago. Well, because it was. I believe that was on the 3rd of December.
I believe that makes that the second week of the basketball season, and we're quite a ways further in now than that. So, yeah, does feel like it was quite a while ago.
The calendar turns, and that's usually when the better teams start to kind of pull away and establish themselves here. Pleasant Plains looking to try to do that as they're off to another 9-2 start on the season. We haven't seen this Pleasant Plains program maybe have the complete dominance that they had maybe in the early 2000s, but this is still a very formidable foe every time they hit the court.
Yeah, they've unfortunately failed to turn out any more Division I prospects, but when you don't have that level of athlete, it does make it a little harder to have that continued consistency. But they've still been very good on the basketball court.
Both teams headed to their respective benches. We're just about ready for the national anthem here at Voschel Gym. While they have that, we'll step aside for our final break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the starting lineups of tonight's contest between the Pittsfield Sockies and the Pleasant Plains Cardinals on Central Illinois Sports.
Illini Community Hospital is committed to providing high-quality specialty care close to home. We are pleased to welcome Dr. William Severino, urologist, and Dr. Mark Mount, ear, nose, and throat physician, to the consulting physician clinic team at the Castile Center. Specialty care is also provided for orthopedics, cardiology, podiatry, obstetrics, oncology, and more. Learn more by visiting IlliniHospital.org or call 217-285-2113, extension 3950 to schedule an appointment.
Trucks LLC will be located this fall in the new building at 14 East Industrial Park Drive in Pittsfield. Call 217-922-0044. Diesel repair service offering 24-hour roadside repair, mobile service units, semi-truck and trailers, farm and ag equipment, DOT inspections, hydraulic hose repair. Anything diesel, we can come to you along the road in the field or at your shop. It's Trucks. Call 217-922-0044. That's 217-922-0044. Helena Agra of Camp Point, Illinois is a proud sponsor of the broadcast of Camp Point Central football. For all your seed, fertilizer, and ag chemical needs, the experts at Helena Agra, Brian Obert, Dustin Roskamp, are the guys to call. Let them show you the best seed, fertilizer, and ag chemicals to make your farming operation a success. Call 217-593-7761. That's 217-593-7761 for Helena Agra. Helena Agra says, go Panthers!
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect. If you're near retirement or thinking about retiring, you probably have questions. How do you make your savings last? How much should you take out and when? You're ready for retirement, but are your finances? Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Derek Harris, can help you build a strategy to help your finances keep up with your needs over the long haul. You've done what it takes to get there. Now it's time to make the most of retirement. Stop by the office at 1891 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois for a face-to-fact appointment. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Let's meet the starting lineups for this contest. Starting lineups brought to you in part by Bowlers Universe. They are open every Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Fridays until midnight, Saturdays 4 to midnight. Check out their great menu at Bowlers Universe. They'll have Queen Hearts drawing for Socky Nation tomorrow night. Come out and enjoy the $7 burger and fries special. And get your Queen of Hearts tickets between 6:30 and 8 p.m. The 9-2 Pleasant Plains Cardinals head coach Kyle Weber. They'll start the following this evening. At a guard for this Pleasant Plains squad, he is a 6-foot senior, Tristan Gleason. At a second guard, a 6'3 senior, Evan Hauser. At the third guard, the 6'2 sophomore, Cooper Schallenberg. Out of forward, a 6'6 senior, Zach Powell. And at the other forward, the 6'4 senior, Benton Collins. Collins, Powell, Schallenberg, Hauser, and Gleason for Pleasant Plains. For the Pittsfield Sockies, they are 6-6 on the season, and Brad Tomave's squad will start the following here this evening. At a guard, he's a 6-foot senior, Adam Musgrave. At a second guard, a 5'8 senior, Nolan Daniel. Brendan Tomave starts at the third guard. He's a 6-foot junior. And at the fourth guard for the Sockies is Javen Petty, the 6-foot junior. The lone forward in the starting lineup for Pittsfield is the 6'2 junior, Connor Allen. Allen, Petty, Tomave, Daniel, and Musgrave for the 6 and 6 Sockies. That's a look at the starting lineups. We pause for a timeout. We'll tip it off next. Cardinals, Sockies on Central Illinois Sports.
This is Alexis, nurse practitioner.
This is Dr. John Olson. He is the best neurosurgeon.
Well, I paid her to say that.
However.
Many of the patients that Alexis sees, we talk about that day, and we're able to collaborate real time on the patients.
Having another provider that's not a surgeon work with the surgeon, I think you get the best of both worlds. If you have any neck or back pain, come see us in the Spine Center.
Since 1921, Farmers State Bank of Camp Point has been a vital part of our community's history. We are proud of our growth, our community leadership, and our success, which is only possible because of all those who shared this journey with us. We are grateful to the generations of loyal customers, families, businesses, employees, officers, and directors who have shaped not only our story, but our entire communities. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and your future generations for the next 100 years. Farmers State Bank and Camp Point. Together, we are a strong, united community.
At Logan Agri-Service, we consider it a badge of honor to be recognized as one of the larger independent suppliers of crop protection chemicals in the Midwest. We've worked hard for years to provide you with the access to the best herbicides, insecticides, and fungicides from top manufacturers because we know without you, our local farmers, we wouldn't be here. When you have questions, call our local experts to discuss what works best for your fields and your situation, or visit us online at loganag.com. Serving agriculture since 1962.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
Just about ready to tip it off here at Foschel Gymnasium. Our tip-off tonight brought to you in part by Illini Express, here to serve you with walk-in medical care when you need it. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every Monday through Saturday. Located on the south side of the square in Pittsfield. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org. The Cardinals are in the visiting red uniforms, blue numbers, white trim. The Sockys are wearing the whites tonight. Our three-man officiating crew, Dwayne Kerfman, Doug Elledge, and John Shepard. We're just about ready for high school basketball. Sit back and enjoy it on Central Illinois Sports. A noticeable height advantage for this Pleasant Plains squad. And we're ready to tip it up here. All the lights are on.
All the lights in. There we go. I was like, it's kind of dark over there.
Powell will jump in the center for the squad from Pleasant Plains against Musgrave from Pittsfield. The tip is up and controlled by the Sockys. The Sockys get the first offensive touch of the contest as Petty brings it toward the front court against the man-to-man of Pleasant Plains. Daniel gets his first touch of the night, gets it out top to Tomave. Works it over to Musgrave. To Daniel, top of the key. Really long out front on the guard play are the Cardinals. Now to Musgrave, who's having a nice senior season for this squad. 7:30 to play in the first. No score in the early part of this contest. Here's Daniel, turns down the three, drives, kicks to Petty left side. Petty, the junior, who has made his way into the starting lineup in the last couple of weeks for Pittsfield. Gives it off right side, Tomave. Lob down low, Allen, who puts it up. Missed the shot, gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in for two. Good stick-to-itiveness by Connor Allen that time and gives Pittsfield the 2-0 advantage on the offensive rebound and the putback. Gleason into the front court for the Cardinals. Works at free throw line. Hauser, step back three for the lead, no good. And Allen grabs the board for Pittsfield, his first. Gets it off to Tomave. On the right wing with it is Musgrave now to Daniel. Couple of sweeps of the ball. Out to Allen. Sockys caught the Cardinals without a help side defender last time. Now they'll throw the ball out of bounds as Tomave cut back door. Allen threw it too high on the first turnover of this contest by Pittsfield. 6:43 to play in the opening quarter. Cardinals on the attack for the second time tonight. Gleason and Schallenberg bring it up against the Socky defense. They get it across to Hauser, and he's bumped and fouled by Allen.
That'll be Connor Allen's first foul, team first against the Pittsfield Sockys. Ball out of bounds near half court for Pleasant Plains.
Cardinals 9-2 coming into the contest here tonight. Pittsfield trying to stay over 500 as they are 6-6. Gleason deep in the corner, right side three ball, letting it fly with Schallenberg, no good. Weak side rebound to Collins, knocked out of bounds by Petty, and it'll stay with the Cardinals underneath.
Petty doing a good job getting the ball out of Collins' hands as Collins was bigger man there.
Schallenberg to inbound. Gets it out to Hauser, now to Gleason, top of the key. Gleason sporting the bright shoes, and now he throws a pass. He was looking for the man to cut back door, and nobody did. A turnover on the Cardinals is their first. 6:19 to play in the opening quarter, 2-0 Sockies. On the Trucks LLC scoreboard for all of your diesel repair needs, call Trucks 217-922-0044. Tom Abe into the front court for the Sockies, left side Daniel. Top of the key Musgrave, he'll try the dribble drive, and he'll be called for the travel. Second by the Sockies. Both teams trying to settle in here in the early going. Hauser will bring it up. Pittsfield in a little three-quarter court pressure. Gets the ball to Gleason to the top of the key. On the right wing, Schallenberg, the sophomore, puts it on the deck. Looks on the cut left side. Gleason for a long two. It's no good. And over the back on the rebound is Benton Collins.
That'll be Collins' first, team first against Pleasant Plains. Ball out of bounds, length of the court to go. For the Sockies up 2-0, 5:50 to go in the first quarter of play.
Lone basket of the game so far came on that opening possession to Connor Allen on an offensive rebound and putback off of his own miss. Daniel, left wing Musgrave. Looks down on the baseline, Petty. In the middle, Tom Have now pulls it out front. 5:35 to play in the first. Brad Tom Have imploring his team to move. Over to Musgrave. Tom Have. Dribble drive, free throw line. Look down, door through a pass. Stolen away. Third turnover as Hauser gets the steal. Hauser across, left side. Schallenberg fakes. Back out to Hauser. Powell helping out front now, the 6'6" man. Spins his way inside. A little turnaround up and under move. Won't fall. Tom Have gets the rebound for Pittsfield. 5:05 left in the first period. Still 2-0. Here's Musgrave on a little pull-up jump shot. It's no good. Rebound fought for. Comes down to Allen after a collision between Daniel and a man from Plains. Here's a three by Petty. It's off the mark. And the rebound gotten by Hauser for the Cardinals. He'll work it across. Drives coast to coast. Layup up won't fall. And the weak side rebound down to Musgrave for Pittsfield. 2-0 here in the top of the first. 4:40 to play in the opening period. And neither team shooting the lights out of the gym tonight. Here's a ball now knocked out of bounds. Eli Mendenhall will come into the contest for the first time. Lone basket of the game. Let's show it to you again. There's Allen, got the offensive board, puts it back up. You had to try to remember what offense looked like in this one. It's been fairly limited so far.
Musgrave sits down as Mendenhall into the game.
Mendenhall, the 6'2" junior in, replaces the senior Musgrave. Mendenhall had his best game of the year against Illini West in that loss at 13 points. Here's Tom Abe through a pass that we'll say is tipped out of bounds. And it'll be Socky basketball. Was it tipped? Let's see.
Not sure.
It didn't look like it was tipped. But the referee says otherwise. Inbounds pass comes right side to Tom Abe. He is guarded hard there by Gleason. Out front, Allen. Right side, Tom Have, three, no good. And the rebound secured by Hauser, his second. 4:11 to play in the first, still 2-0 Pittsfield. Gleason left wing. Throws a pass on the right side, now Hauser just inside the arc, lets it fly, and it's the first bucket of the night for the Cardinals to tie this game up at 2 points apiece. Knotted at 2 on the Truck scoreboard halfway through this first period. Pittsfield has had these times this season that they have just struggled to put the ball in the basket. And the turnovers tonight have not helped either. Here's Tom Have on the dribble drive. Gets by his man up and under and in for two. Nice take to the rack by Tom Have. He's got his first two and breaks that 2-2 tie.
Tom Have really seeming to want to go to the basket a little bit more. And that's been good for the Sockies.
Out front, Hauser kicks left side just inside the arc. Gleason lets it fly, no good. Weak side rebound on the offensive side. Powell, he'll go back up, muscle his way in for two. Powell with the basket to tie it at 4. Second chance opportunity for the Cardinals, and they capitalize. Tom Abe on the left wing. Little jab step now against Gleason. Works it to Allen. Dribble drive, kicks to the wing. Daniel steps inside the arc after the shot fake. Shot no good. Rebound tip, but they'll say Tom Abe will be called for the foul.
That'll be Brendan Tom Have's first foul. Team second against Pittsfield. Ball out of bounds, length of the court to go. For Pleasant Plains tied at 4, 2:58 to go in the first quarter of play on the Truck scoreboard.
Talked about Tom Abe really working hard to get to the basket like he did here for those 2 points that possession ago. Did a nice job to get to the rim and score. Game tied at 4, 2:52 to play in the first. Into the front court, Gleason. Thought about the step back, now to Schallenberg. In the corner, an offensive foul going to be called here on the moving screen by Collins.
Collins' second turnover against Plains. He definitely stuck a hip out there and caught the man.
So he'll sit down as here comes Nathan Dahl, a 6'1 senior in, and he'll sit down Collins. So Collins to the bench with the 2:42 mark of the first period with his second foul. Daniel with it as Anstead is checked in for the first time. Who sat down? Looked like Allen maybe. Also Musgrave returned and Tomave took a chair for a moment. Anstead, right side Musgrave. Works it to Mendenhall. Down low, pretty fine to Anstead, who puts it up and in for his first two to make it 6-4. Saki's scoring all their points in the paint so far. Into the front court, Schallenberg. 2:10 to play in the first period. The Cardinals with a sizable height advantage in this contest, including the 6'6 man in Powell, who's got the ball. Drives on the baseline, spins, had it knocked loose, stolen away as Petty swiped it away. Third turnover by Plains. Petty into the front court for the Sakis. Dribble drive in, runner up right hand, good. Petty with another two for Pittsfield to make it an 8-4 Saki advantage, their largest of the night. 1:45 to play in the opening period. Schallenberg into the front court. Kicks it off on the right side to Dahl. The new man has his pass stolen away. Musgrave on the run out the other way. He'll try the bounce pass down low. It's knocked out of bounds. Good hustle down there by Gleason to try to save it. This ran out of room underneath. Tom Abel check back in. Daniel sits down for the Sakis. 1:34 to play in the first.
Almost too unselfish by Musgrave there. It would have been a contested shot, but almost a turnover.
Yeah, could have gone in for two with his athleticism. Musgrave with it on the wing left side for the Sakis. 1:29 to play in the first. 8-4 is the Pittsfield lead. Mendenhall now, right side, Musgrave. Back out to Anstead, who had a strong finish. Over to Tomave, dribble drive in on the baseline. Got up there into a double team, trying to work out of it. Does so to Anstead. Back to Tomave in the corner. A tough spot to get it there. He'll drive baseline, though. Gets to the rim, missed the runner. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up, no good, but is fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot two. Sakis get the offensive board that time. Tommy with a good baseline move, didn't finish, but then the ball tipped, and opportunistically he goes back up and rewarded for these two shots.
That foul Nathan Dahl's first, team third against Pleasant Plains. First one up for Tom Have is good. He's got 3. Sakis lead by 5.
Pike County Express is your local family-owned newspaper. They've been serving Pike County since 1991. Check them out each Wednesday on a newsstand near you.
Tom Have makes them both. He's got 4. Sakis lead by 6 now, which is their biggest of the evening.
Look across the way and see defensive All-American football player Corbin Personette taking in the game tonight. Good to see Corbin back at Voschel Gym. He had a pretty good Saki career here. 57 seconds to play in the first. Powell with it for the Cardinals. Hands it to Schallenberg. Down low, Powell. Ball knocked away by the good defensive pressure by Ethan Gratton. Sakis nearly had the steal. I really like the play that Gratton has given Pittsfield in his, just few minutes the last couple of games, but it seems like good things happen when he's in there. He's tasked with guarding the 6'6 Powell right now. Gleason out top. 45 ticks to play in the first. Powell steps behind the arc. He'll try the move down low, knocked away by Tomave. Cardinals maintain the possession, though, in the hands of Schallenberg. Works it out between the circles to Hauser. Evan Hauser, not to be confused with Dougie, of course. On the right side, Powell.
Doogie.
I call him Dougie. You like the Dougie? Okay. Here's a 3 put up way off the mark. Rebound, though, comes down to Schallenberg. He'll go back up and in for 2. Schallenberg with the offensive rebound and the putback off of the missed 3. He got the board and the foul called on Daniel.
Schallenberg with his first 2. Daniel's first. Team third. Schallenberg to the free throw line, shooting 1.
Schallenberg, good shot. They got the man off of his feet and finishes with a 2.
10-6 the score, 21.7 seconds to go in the first quarter of play.
Allen back in for Gratton for the Sakis.
And his free throw is up and good.
Makes it a 3-point game, 10-7, 21.7 seconds to play in the first period. Sakis got the ball to start the game. We've not had a held ball since that point, so the Cardinals right now have the arrow, barring a tie up in the next 10 seconds. Petty with it toward the right wing was 7. Picks it up, throws a pass down low, comes free to Tomave. Tough turnaround shot, no good. Rebound, Musgrave tips it up and in as the buzzer sounds to give Pittsfield the 2-point lead. Couldn't get the first one to throw off or go at the shot by Tom Haver on a tough turnaround, but there's Musgrave, weak side rebound, put back and in for two. After one, it's the Sockies 12, the Cardinals 7.
The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517. Lipcomb Insurance Services realize today's risk. A good risk management plan is a necessity. It takes thought and consideration in many variables that face you as a producer. No one solution can be the answer. At Lipcomb Insurance Services, we have over 40 years of experience with agriculture and the problems you face. We offer a wide variety of options to help you shoulder some of the risk. We understand farming. We will go over your goals and challenges as a producer and build a risk management plan that fits your operation. Contact Brett Lipkeman at 217-242-2703. Lipkeman Insurance Services, a trusted and proven provider of federal crop insurance for over 20 years. Go Eagles!
7:55 to play in the second period as we're back to live action at Voschel Gym. A 12-7 Socky lead, and how about a 5-second call to start the second quarter? Good defense by Adam Musgrave.
Fifth turnover on Pleasant Plains. Socky shot 5 of 12 from the floor, 42%. 0 of 2 from 3. Pleasant Plains 3 of 10, 30%. 0 of 3 from 3 in that first quarter of play.
Hope you're enjoying the new instant replay feature here on Central Illinois Sports, and special thanks to the guys in the truck for making it happen.
We got to find that truck still.
I drove a truck here today.
Oh, okay.
Allen with it. Out top, gets it to Petty.
You made guys sit down in your truck the whole game?
That's not that cold. Here's a dribble drive in. Socky's doing a little in and out work here. Here's Musgrave on a pull-up jump shot. Finds the bottom of the net. Musgrave has really improved in that part of his game where last year he'd have to almost always be at the rim to get a score. Now he can shoot it a hair as well. 14-7, a 7-point lead with 7:11 to play in the first. Here's Powell, blows by his man on the baseline and scores. The big man for the Cardinals goes to work for the bucket.
Nice power move there by Powell.
14-9, down to a 5-point game on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. A minute into this second period. Daniel with it on the wing, left side. Works it out to Musgrave. Allen now gets a touch. And you can tell Connor Allen how he throws a bad pass. I was about to say something nice about you too, Connor. I was going to say you can tell Connor Allen was feeling better because he's got just a little more pep in his step. Don't worry, Connor, I won't say it again. I jinxed you into the turnover. Here's a drive in by Hauser, and Hauser is fouled on the floor by one of the Sockies.
That foul is going to go.
Tom Have, it looked like, or Petty? Tom Have.
On Tom Have, his second, team fourth, and ball out of bounds underneath the basket.
Out of bounds underneath here, Schallenberg to trigger. Lob into Powell with Mendenhall on him. Powell on the lane, kicks it out. Schallenberg gets a touch right wing. Big minutes here in this contest with Tommy to the bench. Schallenberg to Powell. Powell fakes, puts it on the deck. Out to Schallenberg, 3, no good. And Daniel grabs the board for the Sockies. He wants to turn and push it into the front court. Bounce pass down low to Musgrave, who misses the layup. And the rebound pulled in by Schallenberg. Pretty fine by Daniel. Musgrave just could not finish at the rim. Other way, a tough turnaround shot inside and good by Hauser. Hauser with another 2. He's got 4 and makes it a 3-point game, 14-11. A little 4-0 run by the Cardinals. Just under 6 minutes to play in the half. You just hate missing opportunities to get easy points like the Sockies had on that last trip down the court. They can come up huge in games against good teams like this Pleasant Plains squad. Here's Daniel for a 3 in rhythm and knocks it down. Nolan Daniel tickles the twine from 19-9 and ties the lead. The largest of the night for the Sockies at 6. No, John says they led by 7, 14-7 earlier. Into the front court. Here's a foul now as Musgrave a hair slow trying to get a hand of the passing lane.
His first, team 5th. It'll be ball out of bounds on the sideline here. Front of the Socky bench.
5:23 to play in the half. Schallenberg Cardinals have not been extremely deep here today. Here's a tough turnaround shot over Mendenhall, no good. Rebound, Petty saves it into his teammate Musgrave. On the right side, Allen down low, feeds Mendenhall. He'll put it up and in for 2. Allen to Mendenhall, and the Sockies take an 8-point lead. Little sharing of the basketball by the big man here. Mendenhall breaks open, completes for 2. 5:03 to play in the first. It's 19-11 Sockies.
When I'm driving in my car with my family, I've got 2 kids and a wife, and 4 of us are driving a car, we literally get excited when we see a dot truck. It's actually a sense of pride.
Why I would encourage anyone to work at Dot. We take care of each other.
The company continues to grow and expand.
That to me is what brings me to work every day and that I enjoy.
Diversity, culture, family, all of those things, if you want them, you should be at Dot.
Pike County Lumber is the place to start all your building projects. They offer a huge selection of framing and specialized lumber, beautiful interior and exterior doors, and multiple roofing options that can be delivered to your rooftop. Start your indoor projects at Pike County Lumber too. New or renovated bathrooms are one of their specialties. Updating your flooring, time for a new kitchen, any project from start to finish. You can trust the knowledge and experience at Pike County Lumber.
5:03 to play in the half, a 19-11 advantage for Pittsfield on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. Prompted Kyle Weber to call his first time out of the night. Schallenberg into the front court to Gleason. Gets it to Hauser and he says, let's set it up. Powell behind the arc. Hands it to Schallenberg here. Cardinals have had some opportunities from the three-point line that just haven't fallen. This one, though, going to take a big bounce and go through for Hauser. He's got another 3 and makes it a 5-point game again, 19-14, 4:30 to play in the half.
Hauser is 7 now to lead the Cardinals.
On the right side with it is Musgrave. Out to Allen. Dribble drive to the free throw line, over to Petty. Sockies have really not settled for that 3 like we saw them do so much of the early part of this season. Left side, Petty. Over to Musgrave. 4:05 to play in the half. Gets the screen from Mendenhall. Has already picked up the bounce. Tommy on the bench with those 2 fouls. Here's Petty, left side 3. Turns it down, drives in, and is fouled. I believe this will be a shooting foul, or they say it's on the floor. 2 shots, he says.
Foul on Gleason, his first, team 4th, and Petty to the free throw line shooting a couple. He's got 2 points on the night.
I think you'll be able to tell Petty right here at the end does try to kind of flip it up toward the rim. Yeah, definitely hammered on that play, shooting 2 here.
19-14 the score, 3:56 to go in the first half of play. Petty's first is up and good. Give him 3.
I want to remind you about Damon Emmerich, loan officer at Great Rivers Bank, here to help you with your next auto, residential, or commercial loan needs. Call Damon, 217-285-4404. That's Damon Emmerich at Great Rivers Bank.
Petty makes them both and gives the Sockies a 6-point lead once again.
7 even, friends. 21-14. 3:56 to play in the half.
Sorry, as I told you earlier, I don't really look at the score that much. It was slow going up, so I didn't notice it.
I didn't realize it was because you couldn't count.
Uh-huh.
Down low with it is Powell in the paint. Shot put up no good, but the Sockies is going to be called for the foul here as the help side defense was a little late, and Daniel gets called for the foul.
It'll be Nolan Daniel second, team 6th. And to the free throw line goes Zach Powell for his first 2 free throws of the evening. 21-14 the score. Pittsfield with the lead. He makes the first. He's got 5.
Always like when the big man can make free throws. Nathan Dahl back into the game for the Cardinals. Real Net and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield across from the airport. Your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, benches, and much, much more. Stop by and see Rick and Tracy Real at Real Net and Twine.
Missed the second. Schallenberg with the offensive rebound, though.
Second chance opportunity here for the Cardinals to cut it closer. They've cut it down to a 6-point game with 3:30 to play in the half. Here's Schallenberg, and now they'll call him for a travel out front.
6 turnover on Pleasant Plains, and he and Petty kind of got tangled up.
Yeah, Cardinal fans don't like it here. It looks like he might have been bumped, but no call. And this the travel call. So the Sockies catch a break, up by 6 with 3:25 to play in the half. Musgrave with the basketball. Little 3-guard weave out front. Daniel to Anstead. Look back door. Wasn't open. On the right side, Petty. To Daniel. Petty right wing. Dribbles in the corner. Long skip pass. Gets through to Allen. He then travels and no call. Next baseline down to Anstead. Over to Musgrave. 3 minutes to play in the half. Saki's patient here on the offense, and now they'll run a little 1-4 flex offense. Here's Anstead at the free throw line. Looked in the paint, wasn't open. Looked for the back door, there he is, and Petty, pretty there by the Sakis as they execute it to perfection, the one they call Texas. Trying to get 23-15, their largest lead of the contest right now. Here's a ball now kicked in the backcourt, and they'll stay with Pleasant Plains, but look at this beautiful play by Javen Petty. Man over plane, cuts back door, in for 2. Cardinals do a little substituting as Hauser's back into the game. Also, we see Collins back in, playing with those 2 fouls. Daniel sits down for the Sakis as in for the first time is the freshman Hayden Gratton. First varsity experience for the young freshman. He's a quickster. Here's a 3 out top. It's no good by Hauser, and the rebound pulled in by Allen. Gets it to Gratton. That's Hayden Gratton. We saw Ethan earlier. They are brothers, a junior and a freshman. Petty with the basketball, dribble drive to the paint. Gets it to Gratton on the wing right side. He had a nice JV game. Sakis won the junior varsity contest by about 15 points. Here's Petty. Out to Musgrave. Kicks to the wing. That's Allen. Allen beats his man up the dribble, gets to the rim, shot up no good, and the rebound is secured but then thrown away. Turnover on the Cardinals. Schallenberg got it, went to throw to the outlet man who was not home. 1:47 to play in the half. Saki's up by 8 and on the attack. Anstead looks in the paint. Free throw line to Allen now. Looks for Petty. Petty on the dribble, drive, shot put up no good. Fouled, and he'll shoot 2.
That foul is going to go against Collins. Benton Collins, I have him for 3. Is that right?
Yep.
That's his 3rd and team 5th. And Petty to the free throw line shooting a couple. He's 2 for 2 from there. He's got 6. 23-15 the score, 1:36 to go in the first half of play. Petty's first is up and short.
Pike County Concrete. If you need concrete for your next job or project, give Pike County Concrete a call, 217-285-5548 with locations in Pittsfield and Jacksonville to better serve you.
And Petty's second is up and also short. Rebound comes down to Powell, his second.
Don't like to miss free ones there, do you?
Not 2 in a row especially.
Could have extended it up to 10. Instead, it stays an 8-point game on the Trucks scoreboard. 1:25 before the half. Gleason with it. Lob down low, hits the rim. Have to call that a missed shot and a rebound. Petty with the board. Petty into the front court is fouled by Gleason, and he'll be called for it here.
Gleason's second, team 6th. It'll be ball out of bounds on the near sideline here.
Here comes Daniel into the game. He'll be in for Gratton, I would say here. Yep.
Yeah.
Gratton in for that defensive quickness. Not that he's not an offensive player. He's just not an offensive player at the varsity level yet. Also, Tom Abe returns. Sitting down Allen. On the other side, we see Dahl return to the lineup for Pleasant Plains. He replaces Gleason, who is a little limp, kind of going back to the bench there.
He's also got 2 fouls.
1 minute, 12 seconds to play in the half. Saki's up 8. Petty with it on the right wing. It's down low, sky-high pass to Musgrave. Shoots, missed it. Rebound down to Schallenberg.
His 5th already.
He'll push into the front court against Tom Abe, who has those 2 fouls. He's got to be careful here. He can ill afford to pick up his 3rd in the last minute of this first half. Right side with it, Hauser, and he's tripped and fouled by Musgrave. 1-and-1 here for the Cardinals.
Musgrave's second, team 7th, and to the free throw line will go Hauser shooting 1-and-1. He's got 7 points on the evening.
So he's got 2, Tom Abe's got 2, Daniel has 2. On the other side, 3 for the big man Collins and 2 on Gleason. So some foul trouble both ways.
Hauser shooting 1-and-1. His shot is up and good. He'll get the bonus. Give him 8. Makes it 23-16, 50.9 to go in the first half of play on the Truck scoreboard. Hauser's second. Up and also good. He's got 9 now.
So he makes both attempt after Petty missed the last 2 free throws for the Sakis. So instead of being a 8 or 10-point game, it's a 6-point game all of a sudden. Right side Petty with 40 seconds to play in the half. To Tom Abe. Long skip over to Petty again. To Daniel. Finds Tom Abe. Keeps his eyes in the paint. Now he pulls it out front. near the half-court line to Daniel. Right wing Petty. 25 ticks to play in the half. To Tom Habe. Skips it across Petty to Daniel. They play a little keep away here. Here's a pass. Anstead looked to pass it and threw it right to his opponent. Into the front court, Owen Johnson, a 5'11 freshman in for the Cardinals. 10 seconds to play in the half. Big chance for Pleasant Plains right here. Powell with the basketball. Hands it off to Schallenberg with 3, and they'll call him for a double dribble. They say he carried the ball, so a turnover on the Cardinals with 8 seconds to play in the half. 8 turnover in the half, I should say 2.9 seconds to play in the half. 8th turnover.
Yeah.
Petty to inbound for the Sakis here. Gets it to Tom Habe. Tom Habe will keep his eyes up at the rim. Hands it off to Daniel, who will not get a shot up at the buzzer. And the Sakis go into the halftime break, leading Pleasant Plains 23-17. We take you to the Little Jess Motors halftime show with halftime stats and analysis your way after this.
There's a road that makes all the difference between the good and the great. A road less traveled for the few who can handle the grind. One of hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership, with a respect for heritage and tradition and a willingness to adapt. At Little Jess, we travel that road every day because we believe in that difference. And we dare our competition to try and keep up. Little Jess, serving the tri-state area since 1969.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
Back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show, a halftime lead for the Pittsfield Sakis on top of the Pleasant Plains Cardinals, 23-17. And on the Little Jess Motors halftime show, John's got a look at some of your, halftime stats.
In the first half of play, the Sakis had 5 turnovers to Pleasant Plains 8 in that first half. We were tied at 2 and 4. Sakis have led by as many as 8. No lead changes in the game as Pittsfield has led the entirety of it so far here at halftime. Fouling situation, 3 fouls, the biggest problem for Pleasant Plains right now on Benton Collins, and then 2 fouls on Tristan Gleason, a single foul on Nathan Dahl in that first half to get to their 6 fouls. Sakis with 2 on Daniel, 2 on Brennan Tom Have, 2 on Adam Musgrave, and then a single foul on Connor Allen to get to their 7.
It is 23-17. Sakis at the halftime break. John's back with the rest of your halftime stats after this on the Little Jess Motors halftime show.
PCRE Real Estate and Auction is your #1 resource for buying or selling real estate in West Central Illinois. With 2 office locations, one in Pike County and the other in Calhoun County, PCRE Real Estate and Auction is the place to go when you're looking to buy or sell farmland, recreational and hunting land, residential or commercial property. See our current listings at PCRERealestate.com or call us at 217-285-5800 for PCRE Real Estate and Auction.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC. Time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Carlson, and Brad Wellman, Illinois FBFM and Camp Point, working for you. Abney Home Improvement is a family-owned company with Christian values. We have a passion for helping our customers find the best products at a great price. We understand making a large purchase of windows and doors for your home is a big investment. Our mission is to be completely upfront with you. We have built our business on trust and reputation. We depend on our customers to refer us to friends and family for their home improvement needs. Call 573-221-0886. We finish what we start with quality for you. Abney Home Improvements, 100% satisfaction is what we build our business on.
Welcome back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. 23-17, the advantage for Pittsfield on top of Pleasant Plains here at the halftime break. Halftime stats brought to you in part by Moose Lodge 420. Check them out for their Friday meal specials. New specials each week. The food's hot, the drinks are cold. At Moose Lodge 420 in Pittsfield. Also get your tickets for Comedy Night coming up in early March. They're on sale now at Moose Lodge 420.
After a half of play, Pleasant Plains shooting 6 of 17 from the floor, 35%, just 1 of 6 from 3 for 17%, 4 of 5 from the free throw line for 80%. They were led in scoring by Evan Hauser with 9 points, 5 points for Zach Powell to go along with a couple of rebounds, and then 3 points for Cooper Schallenberg to go along with 5 rebounds in the first half for the Plains Cardinals to get to their 17. The Pittsfield Sockeye shot 9 of 19 from the floor, 47%, 1 of 3 from 3, 33%, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 67%. Led scoring by 6 points from Draven Petty, 4 apiece for Brennan Tomhave and Adam Musgrave, 3 points for Nolan Daniel, and then 2 apiece for Connor Allen, Caden Anstead, and Eli Mendenhall in the first half to get to their 23.
Little Jess Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Quincy, Illinois is the place to go for your next vehicle purchase. Their staff is committed to making the car buying process simple and making sure each customer's needs are satisfied. Learn more at littlejessmotor.com or stop by and see them at 3431 Main Street in Pittsfield. It's Little Jess Motors. Well, it is a 23-17 advantage for the Pittsfield Sockies on top of the Pleasant Plains Cardinals here at the halftime break. We step aside for our final timeout of the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Second half play-by-play your way next. Stay tuned on Central Illinois Sports.
Pressure's on You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this year. If you're looking to get your team shirts or just looking for spirit wear for yourself, remember Pressure's on You. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space in our shop. Stop by and see us and check out our offerings. Business lets us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Thank you to everyone in our community for the support over the last 16 years. Thank you for supporting local. Pressure's on You, 506 West Wood, Camp Point, Illinois. United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at number 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card. Call Best Systems Builders for all your insulation needs. We are a full-service insulation contractor offering both open and closed cell spray foam, blown cellulose, and fiberglass installation. Best Systems has 2 BPI certified professionals ready to inspect your home or business today. You may qualify for incentives through the American Act on Energy program. Call Scott or Michael at 217-285-6005 for your free estimate, or visit us online at gobestsystems.com and start saving money on your energy bill today. Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwestergrain.com. Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Britton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs. Damon Plumbing, serving all of Pike County and the surrounding area with quality residential and commercial plumbing services. Damon Plumbing offers septic installation, drain cleaning, new water lines, remodel work for your home, or if you're planning a new build, make sure you include the Damon boys. To get it right the first time, no job too big. Have you seen Braden and Doug? Or too small? Sorry, Corby, couldn't resist. Call Braden at 217-491-5415 or Doug at 217-617-2318. Damon Plumbing, recommended by our family for your family.
23-17, the advantage for Pittsfield over Pleasant Plains here at the halftime break. Thanks to Little Jess Motors, as always, for being our halftime sponsor on Central Illinois Sports. Our game tonight also brought to you in part by Waters Concrete. Tim Waters offers quality concrete for your new build, driveways, decorative patios, sidewalks, anything with concrete. It's Waters Concrete, ready to serve you. Call 309-252-1052 for Waters Concrete. Saki's missed some opportunities to have an even bigger lead here at the halftime break. And Pleasant Plains, you talked about, John, really struggled from that three-point shot. They're going to need to try to work the ball down low more in this contest, I feel like. Powell has 2 or 3, maybe 4 inches on anybody who's going to be guarding him most of the night.
He does, and he's an athletic young gentleman too. So
we saw him make a really nice move on the baseline earlier.
He could probably get free and score points, yeah.
All right, underway here in this second period. 23-17, the advantage for the Sakis on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. Petty with it out top, works it into Allen, kicks to the wing. Nope, ball stolen away by Gleason. So Pittsfield turns it over for the 6th time on the evening. Gleason across to Schallenberg. Left wing. Hauser turns down the 3, gets it to Powell, and he'll be fouled by Tomei, who will pick up his 3rd.
We'll wait and see, but it is Tom Have's 3rd. Team first of the second half. Tom Have will come out as Mendenhall back in the game.
And if you look at Tomei, both hands on him, almost hooked him there, so he'll definitely get called for that foul. Here's a lob pass in to Powell. Powell going to go to work, drives inside, gets to the rim and scores. We talked about it. He's a big athletic kid. And he scores over the top of Allen to cut it down to a 4-point game. 23-19. 7:22 to play in the 3rd. Daniel with it out top. Kicks to Mendenhall. He'll try the drive in, and he's bumped in, fouled by Dahl.
That'll be Dahl's 2nd, team first of the second half. It'll be ball out of bounds underneath the basket to Pittsfield.
So the Cardinals left Collins on the bench to start the second half with those 3 fouls, and now Dahl fouls. He'll come out as Owen Johnson, the 5'11 freshman, checks in for the Cardinals. Just underway in the 3rd period, 23-19 Pittsfield. We have a 23-19. Here's a drive in by Mendenhall. Shot block, rebound down to Petty, and he'll be fouled.
And we'll wait and see who that foul is going to be called on. That's going to go against Owen Johnson, his first, team 2nd. It'll be ball to bounce to Pittsfield underneath the basket. I feel like we did this a moment ago.
Petty to inbound, nearly threw it out of bounds in that front row of the bleachers there. Daniel to Musgrave out top. Musgrave dribble drive, little floater in the lane, won't go, and the rebound secured by Schallenberg, his 6th. He'll work it into the front court. Dishes to the corner, Gleason. Finds Powell. Powell, back cut to Gleason. Gleason blocked out of bounds by Petty. Petty got a hand on that one to knock it away here. Ball to bounce to the Cardinals. 6:43 to play in the 3rd. Out top, Gleason. Left side, 3 ball on the way. Hauser, good from downtown. And the Cardinals have cut it down to a 1-point game. Pittsfield wants the timeout. We'll pause as well. 23-22. Pittsfield on top of Pleasant Plains. 6:33 to play in the 3rd.
Few things compare to Camp Point Central's fans' dedication to the Panthers. The same can be said about Channel and the farmers they serve. You see, unlike other seed companies, they don't have salesmen. With Channel, you get the advantage of a dedicated Channel seedsman, a trusted year-round advisor who can provide the right recommendations for your fields. It's their hands-on approach that truly sets them apart. Customized service, expert advice, elite seed management products. Find your Channel seedsman at channel.com or contact local district sales manager Matt Hughes at 217-242-8852.
Well, the Pleasant Plains Cardinals have started the second half well. They have cut it down to a 1-point game. Pittsfield called their first time out of the contest. It'll be Saki ball length of the court to go. But you knew it was just a matter of time before Pleasant Plains started hitting some of those open threes.
5-0 run to start the third quarter for Pleasant Plains.
And the Sakis without Tame as he picked up that third foul early on in this third period. Daniel with it. Dribbles toward the double team. Works out of it to Petty. Bounce pass Musgrave down low. Ball kicked out of bounds now by Schallenberg. It stays with the Sakis right in front of their own bench. 6:16 to play in the third on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. 23-22 Pittsfield. Cardinals trying to get a stop and get us a lead change here. Petty with it. We've had several ties, but no lead changes. Now here's another turnover by Pittsfield. They're
Number 7.
Already here, what'd you say, fourth in the third period?
Just second.
Oh, half of 4. And a chance for Pleasant Plains to take the lead. Powell. Ball handoff to Schallenberg. Right side, wide open. 3 up and good by Hauser. And the Cardinals of Pleasant Plains have the advantage, 25-23.
Hauser with 15 now.
15 of his team's 25. Now here's a ball nearly stolen away. Daniel runs it down as Hauser was hounding him, or that was actually Schallenberg hounding him on the defensive side. Allen hands it off to Mendenhall at the free throw line. Gives it to Musgrave. Cardinals have really picked up the intensity on the defensive side as well. Hand off to Daniel for a 3, and a big-time shot by the senior Nolan Daniel to answer at the other end.
He's got 6. Second lead change.
Left alone is Schallenberg. He fires away, and the three's falling from everywhere right now as he answers the answer with a 3. 28-26 Cardinals. Just under 5 minutes to play in the third.
Schallenberg with 6.
Allen with the basketball. Out top to Daniel for 3. Bang! It goes again. Daniel from downtown. 29-28 Sakis.
Fourth lead change. Who can get a stop here?
In the backcourt with it is Hauser. Gets it to Schallenberg. Turns down the 3. Gets it to Hauser. Left side 3. And of course, it goes in.
Hauser with 18.
5 consecutive threes between the two teams to make it 31-29 Cardinals. Petty now gets it to Daniel. Fakes the 3 as they run him off the line. To Musgrave, left side. Make it 6. 6 in a row from Triple Land. And the Sakis have the lead, 32-31.
Sixth lead change.
Got to get a body on Murph.
All in the last minute and a half.
4:05 to play in the third. Right side. Owen Johnson, I should say, to Schallenberg, and he's bumped and fouled.
I think it'll be Mendenhall.
That wasn't in the script.
Mendenhall's first, team's second, and a ball out of bounds underneath the basket to Pleasant Plains now.
Three's just falling from the ceiling right now. 3:54 to play in the third. Here's an inbounds pass. Mendenhall tries to steal it away, trying to buy, and it was off of the opponent. The referee said, not so much, young man. Sorry, Eli, you're not that quick.
Not that good an actor yet, Eli. You got to be in more plays.
There wasn't anybody within 3 or 4 feet of him either when he touched the ball, so that probably doesn't help. Here's a pass down low. Powell, he's going to get an easy 2 underneath and give the Cardinals a 33-32 lead.
Powell's got 9.
3:40 to play in the third, and so the three-point fest may be over. Here's a pass down low. Mendenhall finds Allen opposite side. Shot fake, missed it. Rebound, Mendenhall tried to tip it up. And the board secured now by Hauser off the miss. Hauser pushes it into the front court. 3:25 to play in the third. To Schallenberg. Schallenberg a fake and a drive. Kicks right side. Johnson 3, it's short. And on the rebound, Johnson gets his own board. He's caught underneath. Ball tipped around and still loose. Allen on the floor after it. They'll dive and they'll say Brad Tomei is going to get the timeout here. Pleasant Plains fans not going to like it, but look at this hustle by Connor Allen to get on the floor and get the possession for his team. 3:13 to play in the third. Sakis trail 33-32.
When you think of fall, what comes to mind besides pumpkins, honey, and football? How about fertilizer? Studies show more than 1/3 of your crop's yield is determined by fertilizer alone. Studies also show as much as 40% potassium and 30% phosphate gets tied up in stalks and residue, as well as high clay content. Nutrient Ag Solutions recommends Titan, which is an innovative fertilizer catalyst designed for use with dry fertilizer blends. Titan will keep nutrients from being tied up and increase fertilizer availability in your crop. Titan is a low-cost option to improve crop fertility. Contact your Nutrient Crop Consultant today.
The hustling play of Connor Allen gets the Sockies the possession as Brad Tomey called the timeout. 3:13 to play in the third. It's a 33-32 lead for Pleasant Plains, but Pittsfield's on the attack here. Daniel into the front court for the Sockies. Gets it to Petty. Now Allen. Trying to break free of his man is Allen. Now Petty throws a bad pass, stolen away. Into the front court. Off to the races is Johnson. Johnson to Larceny and the layup up and good. And the Cardinals take a 35-32 lead, their largest of the night. This 3-point lead with 2:49 to play in this third period. Daniel trying to answer the other way. Off to Petty. Turnovers have been a problem in the second half for Pittsfield.
Have three.
Pleasant Plains has capitalized.
Plains has not turned the ball over in the second half either.
Mendenhall with it on the arc. To Allen, another tip. Cardinals is getting a lot of balls tipped here, very active on the hands. Probably tells you could shot fake or pass fake and get by. Here's a nice pull-up jump shot now by Connor Allen. He'll sink it for the two. He's got 4 and makes it a 1-point game, 35-34. Schallenberg into the front court. Petty comes up from behind and bumps him, no call. The Powell in the corner, and we'll get a timeout now by Pleasant Plains. So the Cardinals call the timeout, cutting it down to a 1-point game on a little stop at a J by Connor Allen. 2:05 to play in the third. It's Pleasant Plains 35, Pittsfield 34.
Wish you had extra cash for a vacation, a boat, a new car, projects around the house? Free up more cash for the things you want by taking advantage of low interest rates. Refinance your home with Great Rivers Bank and keep more of your money by lowering your monthly payment. Start the process online at greatriversbank.bank and work with one of our experienced loan officers to get the lowest rate possible. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
2:05 to play in the third, 35-34 the lead for Pleasant Plains. It'll be Cardinals ball out of bounds underneath their own hoop and up over on the sideline, in fact, as Kyle Weber took his second timeout.
Kind of right in the corner.
Schallenberg to inbound. Gets it in to Hauser. Across Gleason. To Powell. Haven't really seen Powell think about attempting a three yet tonight, so they give him a little room on the perimeter. Hauser, free throw line, Gleason. Back to Hauser. Schallenberg, right side three, no good. Rebound put back Gleason as he soars and scores for 2.
Gleason with his first 2.
37-34 Cardinals. 1:35 to play in this third, tying their largest lead of the contest. Pittsfield's had a lead as many as 8 in this game, but now find themselves down by 3. Here's a nice little slip by Musgrave, misses the layup. Second time he's had an open look and can't get it to go tonight. And the rebound down to Pleasant Plains. 1:15 left in the third. And little plays like that against good teams could cost you an opportunity to win if you're Pittsfield.
Those are 4 points down 3.
Gleason hands the ball off to Hauser. Hauser on the drive against Musgrave now. Going to try a pass down low. Beautiful find. And they'll say
they're
a foul
on
going to be
floor.
called on the floor,
Yeah.
so don't count the bucket here.
The foul on the floor
find
on
here,
Daniel. It'll be his third, team third.
Oh, yeah,
Daniel bumped him from behind long before the shot went up.
Fans didn't like it, but it was on the floor.
Hey, if it was going to be a foul, it had to be before the shot, or I guess you can make the shot and not have the foul.
Daniel stays in with those 3 fouls. Anstead checks in for Mendenhall. 52 seconds to play in the third. Cardinals up 3, shooting for their biggest lead. Here's an open look by the man of the hour. Shot no good. It goes over the top of the rim off of the Hauser miss. And it will be Saki basketball. Brennan Tomei was going to check in for the Sakis. He'll replace Adam Musgrave.
Hauser with 18 in the game, 9 in the second half on 3 made threes.
Mendenhall also going to check back in here for Pittsfield, sitting down Connor Allen.
That was during the 3 run of, 7?
6 in a row, both ways, but who was counting?
You were.
Petty into the front court with 38 seconds to play in the third. Sockies trail by 3. Anstedt, left side, Petty. Petty puts it on the deck. Down low, ball, nice recovery that time by Owen Johnson, the freshman. That's a pretty big play by the freshman right there. As you'll see, the man was open underneath for a second, and Anstedt, but Johnson flies in to get the deflection, and the ball out of bounds is to Pittsfield now. 27 seconds to play in the third. Way out front is Tom Abe with it.
Got to move.
Over to Daniel, 15 seconds to play in the third. Sockies down by 3, trying to beat a buzzer here. Plains gets the ball to start the final quarter. Now Daniel hands it off to Tom Have with 6. Tom Have, pull up 3, it's short. Rebound down to Powell. He'll have a chance at a half-court shot. It's up and off the back of the rim, no good. And we head to the fourth quarter. It's Pleasant Plains on top of Pittsfield, 37-34. Fourth quarter play-by-play your way after this.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930. Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in the tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
Ready to start the fourth quarter. It'll be Pleasant Plains basketball. They lead Pittsfield 37-34.
Saki shooting 13 of 29 from the floor, 45%, 4 of 7 from 3. Pleasant Plains 14 of 31, 45%, 5 of 14 from 3.
Cardinals on the attack, trying to extend on what is their biggest lead of the contest, this 3-point lead. Schallenberg has it out front to Gleason left side. On the right wing, for the first time in a while that we've seen Benton Collins. He was on the bench that entire third period as he had 3 fouls in the first half, and now a foul away from the ball. No, somebody just lost a shoe. Who blew a shoe? It was Powell. I didn't even see what happened.
I'm guessing it got stepped on, but I didn't really either.
Who throws a shoe? 7:40 to play in the contest, 37-34. The advantage for the red-clad Cardinals, out of bounds at the half-court line here at Voschel Gym. Gleason will walk it up to Powell. Powell going to go to work. Ooh, right by the man. Shot put up with contact is good by Powell. Zach Powell with a 2 and an and 1 opportunity here.
Count the basket. Foul is on Anstead, his first, team fourth. Powell to the free throw line, shooting 1.
Powell just a big boy finish right at the rim right there and tries for the and 1 here.
Got 11 to make it a 5-point lead. He misses the free throw, and the rebound comes down to Daniel, his second.
Daniel into the front court. Saki's got outscored 20-11 in the third quarter. Here's Petty on a pull-up 3. It's good. Saki's shooting the lights out in the second half from 3.
5 of 8 from 3 on the game.
What are they in the second half, though?
Well, they're
1 miss.
Yeah.
7:07 left, 2-point game. Way out front with it is Schallenberg. Hands it off to Gleason. Now Powell gets involved. Right side, 3-ball, trying to answer. Hauser rims in and out, no good. Mendenhall goes up and gets the board. A chance to tie or take the lead for the Sakis here. Daniel, Tom Hay fakes the 3, drives down low, gets it to Mendenhall, puts it up and in for 2. We're tied at 39. Knotted at 39 points apiece. First tie since we were tied at 4 points apiece, if I have that correct. Here's a nice no-look pass. Shot put up no good. And a foul going to be called on the floor here, the official tells us. How about this play at the other end, though? Tommy with a nice little shot fake. Watch Mendenhall. Boop. Open. Spins. Scores. 4-2.
Daniel's 4th foul. Team 5th. Ball out of bounds underneath the basket to Pleasant Plains, and it's a big foul there.
6:32 still left in this game.
Daniel sits down with 9 points.
Lob down low. Powell. Mendenhall a little late on the help side, and he'll be called for the foul over the top here. The 6th team foul by the Sockies.
His 2nd. And ball out of bounds underneath the basket to Pleasant Plains again.
And the right idea, just was a hair late and kind of swiped at the ball. Got the arm. Inbounds pass comes to Powell. He's been a little more of a focal point. Turnaround shot in the lane. Goes through. Powell kind of hung in the air and got it to go. He's got another 2 and makes it a 41-39 Plains lead.
Gives him 13.
6:13 to play on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. For all of your diesel repair needs, 217-922-0044. Allen creates a little space with the shoulder to Tom Abe. Down low, Mendenhall in the corner. Petty 3, no good. But a foul called underneath against one of the Sockies. It's going to be Eli Mendenhall.
That'll be Mendenhall's 3rd, team 7th. Ball out of bounds underneath the basket.
Should be a 1-on-1.
Should be a 1-and-1 here, right? Who's the shooter?
Yeah, nobody will know. Nobody will know, because, I mean, you could have anybody step up there they wanted to at this point if you're Pleasant Plains. I don't know that.
Mr. Elledge says Benton Collins is the shooter, so he's going to be shooting 1-and-1.
I don't know that anybody anticipated it being the 7th foul.
First point of the evening, 41-39, 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Pleasant Plains with the 2-point lead. He misses the free throw, and the rebound comes down to Allen, his 5th.
5:55 left in a 2-point game. Tom Abe with it, looks back door. Musgrave at the rim, misses another layup. Rebound, Mendenhall puts it up and gets it to crawl over the front of the rim.
He's got 6.
Tied at 41. Musgrave a little case of the yips tonight. Here's Petty going to get a steal on the bounce. Down low, Musgrave up and misses another layup. Gets his own rebound. Blocked this time by Powell. Out of bounds. It'll be Socky basketball here.
That was the first turnover of the second half on Pleasant Plains there on the steal from Petty.
Here's Mendenhall just got enough to get it over the rim and tie it up here with 5:29 left. Socky ball out of bounds after Petty got that steal. Inbounds pass in the backcourt. Allen will go get it. Musgrave's just got to relax. Those are shots he makes with ease this season. Here's Tom Abe with it.
He's got 7 points in the game. I mean,
gets it to Musgrave. This game could come down to a situation where you need Adam Musgrave to make a shot like that to win it. Here's Mendenhall on a pull-up shot, and how about that friendly bounce on the Boschel rims?
He's got 8th lead change as the Sockies lead by 2 once again.
5 minutes left. Into the front court. Coast to coast shot put up no good by Hauser. Ball knocked out of bounds. And it'll be Pleasant Plains basketball.
Yeah. Ball was tipped and blocked by the Socky defender there.
A little friendly bounce by Mendenhall on that last basket, huh? 43-41 Sockies on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. Hauser had a big third quarter to get the Cardinals a lead. Now they find themselves down 2 with 4:45 left. Here's a pass on the baseline. Powell, a shot fake. Goes up with a shot block. Rebound, Schallenberg there. Missed the rebound, or put back. Rebound this time by Powell, though, is good. And he'll tie the game at 43. 4:29 remaining in this contest. What a dandy of a game here at Voschel Gym in the first game past the new year.
Powell with 10 second half points now.
Here's Allen, has picked it up, bounces in the paint to Mendenhall. Looks for Tomei. Ball was tipped out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Sockies underneath. 4:14 left.
Gleason couldn't believe it. I mean, he tipped it out of bounds.
It was definitely a 50-50 kind of thing. Petty to inbound, looking here, looking. He'll throw it way out front. Musgrave will go get it, and that's over and back. He carried it into the backcourt there, and the Sockies will be called for the turnover.
9th turnover, 4th of the second half. He just needed to let it go into the backcourt and then pick it up.
Almost a little shove at the end by the defender there. What was that about?
Yeah, he did have that too, yeah.
4:12 left, and the game tied at 43.
Getting kind of chippy here in a 43-all game, huh?
4:07 left. Tie it up here. Out top with it. Hauser fakes, drives, left-hand layup, no good. Rebound loose underneath and secured by Allen. Outlet pass to Petty. He wants to push into the front court. Throws a pass that is behind his intended recipient that time and out of bounds, and a turnover on the Sockies.
Number 10 just needed to slow down there, and he would have been fine.
3:54 left.
5th turnover of the second half. Have only turned over Pleasant Plains once in the second half, after turning them over 8 times in the first half.
Collins to Gleason. Looks on the slip. Beautiful find. Schallenberg. And they'll say that time they are going to count the basket.
Wow. Schallenberg with 8 now. That foul is going to be on Connor Allen. It'll be his second
Nice little
teammate.
slip recognition by the sophomore. Schallenberg finishes and has a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
That is the 9th lead change also. Makes it 45-43 now. Pleasant Plains with the lead, 3:42 to go in the ball game on the Trucks scoreboard. His free throw up and good. He's got 9.
And the lead out to 3 again with 3 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. Petty brings it across to Tomei. Over to Musgrave, left wing. Musgrave finds Tomei. Back to Musgrave, looking for a drive lane. Now Tomei reverses the ball right side, Allen. He's fouled out there, and a foul going to be called against Evan Hauser.
Hauser's first, team third. It'll be a ball out of bounds on the sideline, looks like.
Hauser going to kind of come across and slap the man, so that's what he got called for. He thought maybe a travel happened first. I don't know.
Musgrave out as Daniel came back in the game. He's playing with the 4 fouls now.
Petty to trigger. Looking, he'll get it in the corner to Allen. Back to Petty, 3:20 left in a 3-point game. Pittsfield down 3. Mendenhall at the free throw line. Bounce pass down low. Allen fakes, patient with it, goes up, can't get it to go. Mendenhall soars in for the rebound and the putback for 2.
He's got 10 on his third offensive rebound.
46-45, a 1-point game, 3 minutes left. Hauser for the Cardinals. Hands it off to Gleason. Pestered there by Daniel, who is playing, as John told you, with those 4 fouls. Now Schallenberg, left side Gleason. He drives in, gets it to Powell. Back to Gleason. Trying to find an opening for a good shot here. Gleason drives the lane. Caught in there. Out to Schallenberg, right side. Hauser, 3, no good. Rebound underneath, goes off of Pleasant Plains, out of bounds. And this will be Saki basketball.
Gleason was kind of rebounding the ball as he got tripped up there and just got it knocked out of bounds.
I couldn't tell if his feet got tripped up or just lost his balance.
I'm not sure. He kind of jumped up and came down funny there.
Referees say just play on. 46-45 the lead for Pleasant Plains. Pittsfield trying to break into the lead with another lead change here. Mendenhall got a dribble and a 5-second call.
11th turnover on Pittsfield, 6th of the second half. Just gotta not panic there.
It's 5 seconds. The referee said that's too long with it. And those turnovers for the Sockies have been costly in the second half. Usually Plains has capitalized. 2:05 left. Schallenberg drives the lane, gets to the rim and scores. Pretty easy that time by Schallenberg.
He's got 11.
Makes it 48-45 Cardinals. Schallenberg gets switched off on Mendenhall a little quicker as he gets to the rim and scores. Cardinals take the lead. 1:54 left, 48-45 Plains.
Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
1:54 left, 48-45 Pleasant Plains with the lead. Timeout was taken by Brad Tomei, so the Sockies have 2 timeouts left. Sockies have the possession arrow in their favor right now, should there be a tie-up. It'll be Pittsfield basketball, length of the court to go.
Plains with 3 timeouts left, I believe 3 full timeouts.
Socky's led by as many as 8 in the first half. Cardinals with that big 20-11 third quarter. And it's been back and forth here in the fourth. Petty across the half-court line, gets it to Mendenhall. Kicks, Tom Habe, 3, no good. And the rebound is secured by Hauser.
His 4th, all defensive.
Hauser will bring it across for Pleasant Plains. Not in any particular hurry, up 3 with just 1:33 left. Gleason, Brad Tom Habe tells this squad you'll have to get up here. Now Powell breaks free, drives in, shot put up, no good. And Tom Habe grabs the board.
His 3rd.
He'll get it to Daniel into the front court on the right wing. Gets it out top, Petty, over to Tom Habe. Sockies don't have to have a 3 here. Now Mendenhall going to go to work. Spin move underneath. The big man with the right hand gets it to go. Another 2 for Mendenhall.
He's got 12.
Makes it a 48-47 game. 1:10 left. As good patience and good footwork by the junior Eli Mendenhall cuts this down to a 48-47 game on Central Illinois Sports.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
When I'm driving in my car with my family, I've got 2 kids and a wife, and 4 of us are driving a car, we literally get excited when we see a Dot truck. It's actually a sense of pride.
Why I would encourage anyone to work at Dot. We take care of each other.
The company continues to grow and expand.
That to me is what brings me to work every day and that I enjoy.
Diversity, culture, family, all of those things. If you want them, you should be at Dot.
Sockies call the timeout as Eli Mendenhall cuts it down to a 1-point game, 48-47.
Musgrave back in the game as Mendenhall sits down during that timeout.
Pleasant Plains clinging to a 1-point lead with 1:07 to play in regulation. Into the front court is Hauser. Works it out to Schallenberg. Now Hauser, under a minute to play. Nobody up pressuring him.
Say, you got to get up.
We'll get it to Schallenberg now. Sockies trail by a single point. Plains playing keep away. Schallenberg gets it. Left side Gleason to Powell. Powell going to drive at the rim. Shot up, no good. But he's fouled and he'll shoot 2 shots.
I believe that'll be Petty's foul, but we'll wait and see. I'm wrong. It'll be Allen's foul. His 3rd, team 9th. And Powell to the free throw line shooting a couple. He is 1 for 2 from the free throw line. He's got 15. 48-47 the score. Plains with the lead. He misses the first.
Bowlers Universe open Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays until midnight, Saturdays 4 to midnight. Check out their great menu and the great craft beer selection at Bowlers Universe.
Second is up, and he sinks that one nothing but the bottom of the net. He's got 16.
Makes it 49-47 Cardinals with 40 seconds left. Petty into the front court to Tom Habe. Sockies have 1 timeout remaining, down 2. Petty hands it off to Daniel. Daniel tries the dribble drive and is bumped and fouled by Hauser.
Hauser second, only the team 4th. I would tell you if I was Pleasant Plains, I'd be real aggressive here.
And a reason not to be.
Don't foul him shooting, otherwise beat the heck out of him around the lines, right?
Petty to inbound from the sideline opposite the scorer's table. Gets it into Musgrave. Allen on the baseline. Right back out to Petty. 25 seconds left in the contest. To Daniel. Daniel the Petty right wing. Looked in the corner, nobody home. Now Daniel is there. Daniel is now bumped in, fouled again by Hauser.
Hauser's 3rd, team 5th. 19 seconds to go now.
19 seconds left. Kyle Weber says that's all right. We've still got a foul to give. And now Brad Tom Habe wants to call his final timeout. 19 seconds remaining. 49-47, Plains on top of Pittsfield. Back after this.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC. Pressure's on You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this year. If you're looking to get your team shirts or just looking for spirit wear for yourself, remember Pressure's on You. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space in our shop. Stop by and see us and check out our offerings. Business lets us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Thank you to everyone in our community for the support over the last 16 years. Thank you for supporting local. Pressure's on You, 506 Westwood, Camp Point, Illinois.
19 seconds left in regulation. Pittsfield takes their final timeout. They'll have the ball sideline out of bounds opposite the scorer's table here and have to get it in here. Down by 2. Petty to trigger for the Sockys. Gets it into Tom Abe near the half-court line. Shouts out some instructions to Daniel. 15 seconds left. Got to go if you're Pittsfield, I would think.
Move.
Brad Tom Abe saying be patient. Ooh, I don't know here. 8 seconds. Tom Habe to Daniel. 6, 5. Daniel dribble drive. Puts it up. Shot no good. Fouled. And he'll shoot 2 shots.
I believe it'll be Hauser's 4th, but we'll wait and see. It will. Hauser's 4th, team 6th.
Daniel turns the corner. He gets bumped. Kind of threw it up behind his head. That shot couldn't go, but he'll have 2 shots here. And a chance to tie the game up with 4.2 seconds left. On the Trucks LLC scoreboard, they'll get a towel to wipe up some perspiration. We remind you about the Pike County Express, who are a local family-owned newspaper. They've been serving Pike County since 1991. Check them out each Wednesday on a newsstand near you.
Daniel with 9 points on the night on 3 made 3-pointers.
I think the Sockys got the shot they were looking for here. Again, Daniel, good quickness. The little left-handed senior goes in fearlessly there.
What are we doing?
They're wiping up perspiration. It's slick down there.
No, I was just wondering why the towel was just sitting there.
Doesn't have legs.
Oh, okay.
4.2 seconds left in a 49-47 game. He's going to shoot 2 regardless.
First is up and good for Daniel. He's got 10. Makes it a 49-48 game.
Now Kyle Weber wants to call a timeout and try to ice the shooter. 4.2 seconds left. 49-48. Pleasant Plains on top. Back after this.
United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at number 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card.
4.2 seconds left. Nolan Daniel will be at the free throw line coming out of the timeout here, trying to tie this game up.
4.2 to go.
Kyle Weber trying to freeze the senior in Daniel with this full timeout here. A long time to sit and think about it. Nolan on the night has 10 points. He's also had 4 fouls, and he's played a majority of this fourth quarter with those 4 fouls. And a chance to tie it up here. If he misses here, the Sockys have to foul immediately. They're also out of timeouts. Cardinals down to 2 timeouts remaining.
Or get the rebound and the putback for the go up.
Kind of surprised not to see Mendenhall in there maybe to try for something like that on a miss, but they've got a lot of confidence in Daniel at the free throw line here. 4.2 seconds remaining, and the left-handed senior, Nolan Daniel, on the way. Good. Tied at 49. Cardinals going to get it and go here. Gleason with it in the backcourt. Looks to inbound. Look for the long pass. Instead, it comes to Schallenberg. Schallenberg, 2, 1, 3 for the win. Goes begging. Got a pretty good look at it, did Schallenberg. And we head to overtime. Schallenberg got it. Brought it into the front court. 3 goes up. Buzzer goes off. Clang off the rim. No good. And we head to overtime.
Did you know that Prairieland FS doesn't just sell seed? They treat it and box it right here at one of their local facilities, then deliver it to your farm or fields. Growers trust Prairieland FS to deliver top-performing crop protection products that promise the best performance before, during, and after the growing season. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Pike County Lumber is the place to start all your building projects. They offer a huge selection of framing and specialized lumber, beautiful interior and exterior doors, and multiple roofing options that can be delivered to your rooftop. Start your indoor projects at Pike County Lumber too. New or renovated bathrooms are one of their specialties. Updating your flooring, time for a new kitchen, any project from start to finish. You can trust the knowledge and experience at Pike County Lumber.
Well, we are headed to overtime as Schallenberg's three at the buzzer was no good after Daniel tied it up, making the free throws. Sockies will get a timeout back. And so they'll have one. The Cardinals will have 3 timeouts at their disposal here in the overtime. A 4-minute overtime frame here.
After 4 quarters, Saki shooting 19 of 41, 46%, 5 of 10 from 3, for 50%. Pleasant Plains is 19 of 44, 43%, and 5 of 17, 29% from 3. Sakis are 6 of 8 from the free throw line to 6 of 10 for Pleasant Plains.
Here we go in the fourth quarter. Daniel has 4 fouls for the Sakis, 4 on the other side for Hauser, so he's got to be careful. Neither team wants to lose either one of those guys. Powell will jump for the Cardinals. It's Allen for the Sakis, and the referee Doug Ellis steps into the center circle. The tip is up and controlled by Pleasant Plains. Tied at 49 on the Trucks LLC scoreboard here in the overtime frame at Voschel Gym. Been a dandy contest here tonight. Gleason with it out front. Puts it on the right wing to Hauser. Hauser had a big second half to get his team the lead. Hamden made some big plays down the stretch after the Sakis retook the advantage.
Hauser had 9 points in the second half on 3 made threes during the run of
Here's
threes.
a ball tipped, and Saki's a little stagnant. I think had a chance for a steal. 2 guys kind of looked at one another, thought the other was going to go get it. Plains with a chance here. Hauser beats him on the baseline. Shot put up is no good. Rebound Powell. Put back won't fall, but he's fouled and will shoot 2 shots.
That foul is going to go against Eli Mindenhall. That'll be his 4th, team 10th. Powell to the free throw line shooting a couple. He is 2 of 4 from there. He's got 16. We're tied at 49, 3:20 to go in the overtime period now. And Powell's first is up and good. He nearly faulted the line there. He's got 17.
Breaks the tie. Realnet and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield. You'll find them across from the airport. Local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, benches, and much, much more. It's Rick and Tracy Real and Realnet and Twine.
He's got 18 to tie his teammate Hauser for the scoring lead, and the Plains Cardinals lead by 2.
51-49, 3:10 to play in overtime. Mindenhall out top for the Sakis. To Petty. Now Allen. Looks for Tom Abe on the right side. Works off the Allen screen to Mindenhall out top. Daniel with those big free throws with 4.2 seconds left to send it to this overtime period. Now to Petty. Works off of the screen. Thought about the 3. Gets it out top Mindenhall. Patient with it there to Tom Habe left side. Tom Habe just with 4 points on the night. His shot blocked now by Powell as he tries to go to the rim. And Powell says, not so fast, my friend. Musgrave going to check back in. Tom Habe a pretty nice move here, but watch Powell with the recovery. Helps to be 6'6", doesn't it?
Oh, Petty's coming out.
2:43 left. Saki's down 2. Have the
Musgrave.
ball underneath their own bucket.
Musgrave back in.
Inbounds pass comes to Musgrave. Gathers, shoot, and misses the layup. And the rebound pulled in by Collins. Schallenberg to bring it across. One of those games Adam Musgrave would like to forget on the offensive side. It's just been a struggle with the ball in the basket for him tonight. And shots that he usually makes. 2:20 left in overtime, and a timeout taken by Pleasant Plains. Cardinals call the timeout. We pause as well. 2:18 left in overtime, 51-49 Pleasant Plains.
Hey guys, it's James and Todd coming at you from Jersey's here. Hey, and it is a beautiful day outside.
Catch all the action at Jersey's in Camp Point. Fresh, made-to-order sandwiches, wraps, horseshoes. Check out our brisket bacon burger, our Nashville hot chicken. Fried chicken every Thursday night. Enjoy an afternoon on the patio or catch a game on one of our 7 TVs. Queen of Hearts drawing every Wednesday at 7 o'clock.
Todd, you got some beer scores?
Hey, you know what? It's time for that segment.
We love beer!
Ice cold draft beer, unmatched craft selection, and signature drinks. Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, your hometown sports bar.
2:18 left in overtime. Kyle Weber called the timeout. It'll be his squad's possession coming out of the break here. Cardinals Pleasant Plains leading 51-49 on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. Trucks, they're finishing up their building right now in the industrial park at Pittsfield. They'll have their shop there. But they can also help you with mobile service at this time, 217-922-0044. Don't like the Sakis out of the timeout there. They defensively line up at the wrong end of the court. Could be a bad omen. 2:18 left in overtime.
Doesn't seem like a good one.
Hauser will walk it across. I've seen guys line up at the wrong end when they've had the ball, but usually not on defense. Try to trick the team. Here's a near 5 seconds. Powell breaks free. Ball knocked loose by Allen on the floor after. It's still loose out there. Bodies fighting for it, and the Cardinals will come out of that with a timeout. Allen really fighting hard. Then Musgrave got on the floor after it, as did Hauser. He kind of rolls with it there. Ooh, close to a possible traveling there. Let's look at that again, John. What do you think? 2:02 left. See Allen.
He was sliding, though, Charlie.
Ooh.
You can slide as far as you can, remember?
Looks like he rolled from one cheek to the other. 2:02 left in overtime. A timeout by the Cardinals. They'll be down to just a single timeout left.
Cool, of a 30-second timeout. I didn't think he had any 30s left, but I guess he did.
Out of bounds to Pleasant Plains, leading 51-49.
Going to be out of bounds on this side now instead of the opposite.
Gleason to inbound. Looking for the direct, maybe. Nope, they'll start in the backcourt. Schallenberg has it near the half-court line. 2 minutes to play in overtime. Works off of the screen from Collins. Right side, Hauser. Way out top to Collins. Back to the sophomore in Schallenberg on the right side.
They have the 2-point lead. They do not have to be in a hurry.
Mendenhall out guarding him. Sakis might want to try to get a switch here if they can. Mendenhall turned around and said, hey, does somebody want to switch here? Now Schallenberg drives by him. Going to get to the rim and score the layup. Mendenhall recognized that was not a good matchup for him, and it's a 4-point game, 53-49. Musgrave out to Daniel. Sakis down by 4 with 1:25 to play in the overtime frame. Daniel on the right wing. Picks it up, looks for an opening, gets it to Mendenhall at the free throw line. He'll attack down low. Big body gets an open look, gets it to go. Mendenhall another 2.
He's got 14.
53-51, 1:09 to play in overtime. Gleason in the backcourt. He'll work it across. Ooh, Sakis. Collins down low, shot put up is good. Sakis did not rotate defensively at the back end. 4-point game, 55 seconds to play in overtime. Pittsfield's got to go here. Daniel, bounce pass to Allen. He's got his pocket picked. Pocket picked by Gleason, and then a foul called here at the end of that play. Gleason gets a good little reach around, kind of, I don't know. Could have been a reach and foul, possibly. It wasn't called, and with 45.7 seconds left, the Cardinals will have 2 shots.
Somebody's got to call the foul here.
It's going to be called on Tom Have, his 4th.
And Gleason to the free throw line, shooting double bonus. He's got 2 points, first 2 free throws of the evening for him. 55-51, 4-point lead for Pleasant Plains to make it 5, which ties their biggest of the night right now.
Petty back in. He'll sit down Mendenhall. Nope, he'll sit down Mendenhall. A little confusion there on who was coming out. Could still just make it a 2-point game, but 2 threes would be needed if he can make this one.
And he rattles it home. That's the biggest lead of the night for Pleasant Plains at 6 now.
43 seconds left in overtime. 57-51 Plains. Tomei with it in the backcourt. Long skip to the corner. They get it to Daniel for the 3. No good. Rebound. Tom Have comes down with it. Up under the rim. No good. But he's fouled, and he'll shoot 2 shots with the clock stopped. 32.8 seconds left.
Powell's first, team 7th, and Tom Have to the free throw line, shooting 2. He's 2 for 2 from there. He's got 4 points on the evening. 57-51, the score, 32.8 to go in overtime. Pleasant Plains with the 6-point lead. Tom Have's first bounces around and falls through. He's got 5.
Still a 2-possession game no matter what happens on this. But you want to make make up any points you can with the clock stopped.
Yeah. And his second is up, and that one went in a little easier. He's got 6.
4-point game, 32.8 seconds left in overtime. Powell, the Sakis left Collins wide open underneath, but he pulls it back out. And now Musgrave will foul the man and Hauser out front, and Hauser goes to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Musgrave's third team double bonus. Hauser to the free throw line where he's 2 for 2. He's got 18, but he has not scored points since the third quarter. 57-53, the score, 27 seconds to go in overtime. Hauser's first is short. I'm going to guess Hauser's the guy that they probably normally want at the free throw line, but again, he has no points in the overtime period or the fourth quarter at all. His second one is up and good. He's got 19 now.
5-point game, 58-53, 27 seconds left. Petty brings it toward the front court. Into the corner to Tom Have. Don't have to have a 3, but Tom Have will fire it from downtown, knock down the triple, and cut this down to a 2-point game. Let's see that one again, shall we? Tom Have forced it, gets it to go for the 3. Cuts it down to a 2-point game. We'll keep it right here. 19.1 seconds left. It is the Sakis' only timeout of the overtime. The Cardinals have one timeout. Should there be a tie-up, the possession arrow currently favors Pittsfield. They're going to bring Hayden Gratton into the game and also fellow freshman Taylor Graham in. Graham will be in for the first time on the night. They have speed and they have fouls to give.
They each have 5 fouls to give, and definitely have plenty of speed. So
you are taking a risk, though, if you're Brad Tom Have doing this, because you could be caught in an offensive possession with an inability to stop the clock, and 2 freshmen in the game who have not seen much varsity time. By not seeing much varsity time, I mean Gratton was in for about a minute and a half earlier, and this is Graham's first time seeing the court in a varsity contest.
And you took Nolan Daniel and Brennan Tom Have out.
Both have 4 fouls, of course, and they'll be on the defensive side, so I would say Pittsfield's strategy is going to be to foul here pretty quickly if you can't get a steal, wouldn't you say?
And if you get a steal, hope for a layup.
19.1 seconds left. Pittsfield's out of timeouts. Plains has 1 left. A foul by the Sakis would be 2 shots for Pleasant Plains at the free throw line. And let's see what happens here. 2-point game, 58-56 on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. Gleason can run the baseline. He looks, there's a wide open man back there, and that's what happens sometimes. Ooh, Collins does not go and try to score. They get to Schallenberg, 14.7 seconds left. Collins had a chance to go in for an easy 2 and make it a 4-point game. Instead, it'll be Schallenberg at the free throw line to shoot 2 shots. Foul on Allen is his third, double bonus here for Schallenberg.
Schallenberg's got 13. He's 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 58-56, 2-point lead for Pleasant Plains, 14.7 to go in the overtime. And he's shooting double bonus here. His first is up and no good.
I mean, I understand what Collins is thinking there. Hey, we're trying to stall. But if you can go up 4 with Pittsfield out of timeouts, I think you have to try to score there. Now the best Schallenberg can do is make it a 3-point game with 14.7 left in overtime.
And he didn't have only had a defender trailing him and probably a couple of steps behind him.
Several. Second one good. 3-point game, 59-56. Sakis cannot stop the clock. 10 seconds left. Daniel with it. Trying to get open. Has it left side. Steps back. He has to force a 3. It's well short. Ball going to be saved in bounds. Tipped around, and the Cardinals going to survive and win this one 59-56 in overtime over the Pittsfield Sakis. Sakis did not get a very good look there at the end of the overtime as Daniel just couldn't get it to an open man. He kind of had to force one up there, and Plains moves to 10-2 on the season as the Sakis fall under 500 for the first time on the year. We take you to the Illini Community Hospital post-game show, where since 1942, Illini Community Hospital has been serving the area with high-quality medical care close to home. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org. We visit with final stats. We'll also talk with Sauk head coach Brad Tom Have and name our player of the game. It's all next on the Illini Community Hospital post-game show.
Illini Community Hospital is committed to providing high-quality specialty care close to home. We are pleased to welcome Dr. William Severino, urologist, and Dr. Mark Mount, ear, nose, and throat physician, to the consulting physician clinic team at the Castile Center. Specialty care is also provided for orthopedics, cardiology, podiatry, obstetrics, oncology, and more. Learn more by visiting IlliniHospital.org or call 217-285-2113, extension 3950 to schedule an appointment.
Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Western Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Western Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Western Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Western Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwesterngrain.com. Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Brenton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs. Damon Plumbing, serving all of Pike County and the surrounding area with quality residential and commercial plumbing services. Damon Plumbing offers septic installation, drain cleaning, new water lines, remodel work for your home, or if you're planning a new build, make sure you include the Damon boys. To get it right the first time, no job too big. Have you seen Braden and Doug? Or too small? Sorry, Corby, couldn't resist. Call Braden at 217-491-5415 or Doug at 217-617-2318. Damon Plumbing, recommended by our family for your family.
Welcome back on the Illini Community Hospital postgame show. A 59-56 win for the Pleasant Plains Cardinals over the Pittsfield Sockies in overtime here. Cardinals improved to 10-2 on the season as the Sockies dropped to 6-7. Under 500 for the first time of the year, but a valiant effort by the Sockies squad here tonight that has come up short in the end, and they'll be looking at this one on a game film and saying, man, we had some opportunities to win that contest that they just, unfortunately for Pittsfield, could not take advantage of. And tip your caps to Pleasant Plains in a night where shots really weren't falling very consistently. They do enough to win this game in overtime, and John has a look at your final stats here on the Illini Community Hospital postgame show.
Sockies finished the game shooting 21 of 47 from the floor, 45%, 6 of 13 from three, 46%, 8 of 10 from the free throw line, 80%. They were led in scoring by 14 points from Eli Mendenhall, 12 of those in the second half, 11 for Nolan Daniel, 9 apiece for Brennan Tomhave and Javen Petty, 7 points for Adam Musgrave, 4 points for Connor Allen, 2 points for Caden Anstead in the first half there, and just 7 points for Adam Musgrave. I'm not sure if I said that or not, but I'll get that in there. Pleasant Plains was 21 of 47, exactly the same shooting percentage as the Sockies, 45%, 5 of 17 from three, 29%, 12 of 18 from the free throw line for 67%. They were led in scoring by 19 points from Evan Hauser, 18 points from Zach Powell, 2 points for Benton Collins, 2 also for Owen Johnson, 4 points for Tristan Gleason, and then 14 points from Cooper Schallenberg in the game to get to their 59.
Cardinals win this one 59-56 in overtime. We visit with Saukey head coach Brad Tomhave next.
If your job situation is changing because of layoffs or restructuring, you may have to make several decisions. One important decision may be what to do with your retirement plan. Make sure your retirement stays on track. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can help. Stop by the office at 1891 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Few things compare to Camp Point Central's fans' dedication to the Panthers. The same can be said about Channel and the farmers they serve. You see, unlike other seed companies, they don't have salesmen. With Channel, you get the advantage of a dedicated Channel seedsman, a trusted year-round advisor who can provide the right recommendations for your fields. It's their hands-on approach that truly sets them apart. Customized service, expert advice, elite seed management products. Find your Channel seedsman at channel.com or contact local district sales manager Matt Hughes at 217-242-8852.
Did you know that PCRE Real Estate and Auction now offers a full-service auction alternative? Farmland, residential real estate, commercial real estate, estates, guns, antiques, farm equipment, and commercial equipment are a few examples that the experienced auction team is ready to assist you with. Our team can make the auction experience less stressful and smooth. Check out our next auctions at our new auction location at 500 Piper Lane in Pittsfield, or call 217-430-2985 and speak with Jason Duke to learn more.
Welcome back on the Illini Community Hospital post-game show. A 59-56 win for Pleasant Plains over Pittsfield in overtime here tonight, visiting with Saukey head coach Brad Tomhaven. Coach, you kind of take a look. First of all, it's been like a month since you played a basketball game on this court. With some illness toward the end, right before Christmas break. You kind of come out a little sluggish to start the Macomb tournament, have a nice showing against Abington. I thought you played pretty well against Illini West. I thought they were just the better team that day. You come out against a 9-2 Pleasant Plains team, and you always know the type of athleticism and the type of strategy you're going to see from a Kyle Weber-led squad.
Yeah, and put 2-3 guys out there that are dynamic scorers, so very tough matchup for us. And I thought our kids, I'll back up to what you said. We were flat against North Green, sickness, no sickness, whatever. We just got outplayed that day going into Christmas break. Didn't really show up against Macomb, which was disappointing, but then regrouped in the next two games and beat an Abington team and had made some changes defensively. The kid bought into it and really played well. Friday then against Illini West. The first quarter and a half, maybe I thought we were a little bit sluggish defensively and kind of got in some bad rotations or lazy rotations where we weren't matching their shooters. But credit them. They were 7 or 8 from 14 from the 3-point line. That's a pretty good percentage. But at the same time, we got to do a better job of recognizing where those shooters are and make sure we get matched out on them. I thought the second half we were a lot better at Illini West, and then that led us into a couple practices where I didn't. Saturday practice of the last day of the year was a really good one. Kids were excited, and then came out Monday and didn't have a very good practice at all, and a little worried me coming into this game, knowing Plains what they put out on the floor. But the kids responded. We were, I thought for the most part, consistent on both ends of the floor for the first time in a long time, or maybe the most complete game we played all year. I would think both ends of the floor consistently. Had a stretch there to start the third quarter where we weren't locked in and made a silly turnover first possession. We were trying to run a special, and yeah, they don't always work, but at least you want to give yourself a chance to execute it, and we just turned it over, kind of forgot the play. Had a kid make a bad cut. But anyways, that then comes down and we give up an offensive rebound and stick back, and that kind of set the tone for us for a little bit. We were on our heels, and then we got out of it and started playing with a little more confidence and aggressiveness, and I thought we were physical tonight. I thought we were willing to mix it up between the blocks, and still, I'm still waiting for the perfect game defensively, but that's what we have to keep pushing those guys to do. We can't settle, and I think that's been the word that we've been focused, trying to get them to understand is don't settle. You might not reach the bar that you put out there for yourself, but that's okay. You keep striving for it, and you're guaranteed to have improvement. So I thought tonight they were resilient, showed a lot of character and some toughness in some spots, and that last play, that's tough. No timeout. We've got last-second plays that we put in, but, be truthful with when's the last time we repped one of those into quarter, into game where we had to get a three? It's been a practice or 10. So that's on us, and we'll continue. Continue to get better, and, we'd like to get a little better look and just a little better feel at the end of the game there, but that's the cool thing about coaching is when they give you the effort, then you can come back to the drawing board and say, all right, now let's teach them. But you can't teach them effort, which I thought we were lacking at sometimes at crucial points this year. But, again, It's a group that shows some resiliency tonight, and yeah, we fell short, but they were right there at the end, gave themselves a chance to win.
That word settle, I think at a stretch of this season you kind of settled at that 3-point line. And man, there were some nights where it was like 2-19. It just didn't happen. I think you guys have made a definite shift and more of a focus of getting that ball in the paint, and you scored, you shot 21 of 47 from the floor, and you take away, I think, 3 or 4 shots that, a kid like Musgrave has made for you all year this year. It just didn't happen tonight. You put those in, that could be a game that you win, but still from 3 you shoot 6 of 13. That's a lot more what you're looking like, but that happens because you first get the ball inside.
Yeah, and I still will say it happens because we were playing the defensive end with the intent that we needed to, which led to some offense. It helped us stay aggressive. And Nolan had the hot hand again tonight, and Adam stuck one, Javen stuck a couple, Brennan stuck a couple. So I think it's contagious, confidence, and we talked before in the locker room. The only thing I put on the board was the reason why you play, the love. Find the love of the game again, the love to compete, and it doesn't matter what. It's not like they're gonna learn a new play at pregame on the whiteboard, but they had to find themselves, their togetherness that I felt we've been missing for a few weeks within our team. So I think we found it a little bit tonight. So, yeah, hopefully we continue to shoot the ball well, and you're going to have some nights where the ball just doesn't go in. You'd like to think that we'd make some of those, but it happens. It happens.
Throughout the ebbs and flow of a season, you see roles. Some for some guys increase, some for some guys decrease. You made a switch in your starting lineup, and I want to talk about Eli Mendenhall for a second. He's a kid that started every game for you to start the season. He goes out in that second game of the Macomb tournament, and quite honestly, you've seen the best from Eli Mendenhall he's played so far this season. And I don't know if it's a response to that, but there's a lot of kids, especially now, that as soon as that would happen, they'd go sit and pout at the end of the bench and not be paying attention. And he's really taken that as a challenge and really has risen to the occasion.
He is. Eli loves to play. He's a competitor, and he's he's a tremendous teammate. He's always, wanting the best for somebody else if he's not on there, and that's what it takes. If there's no room for, I call them the stat guys or the guys that worry about getting theirs, then we got big problems if that's starting to creep in. And I hope it's not. I don't think we have any of that. But Eli has really accepted the role of being the, coming off the bench, and his minutes probably are more now than they were when he started. So that starting five just happens to be the guys that are on the floor when the clock just starts winding down. You look at the minutes distributed between the guys that are out there, and they're getting the minutes that, quite frankly, they're getting the minutes they earn in practice. So they want that to change. They know they got to earn it in practice. We see these guys for 2.5 hours, 6 days a week. So we have a really, really good idea of what our guys can do, and we're not going to put them out there just because it might look good on paper or that's what another team runs. We're going to put our guys from how we evaluate in a practice, because it would be silly for us to put a kid in a position that they're not comfortable with. That's not fair to that kid. We see these guys so much during the week and have an understanding of what they can do individually to make our team the best.
You have an opponent Friday night that I don't know, you probably shouldn't have to have much motivation for your kids in that one. That Quincy Notre Dame game usually gets the old juices flowing once again.
And we ended the locker room right there. We're going to learn from this one, flush it as soon as they walk out of the locker room, because we can't do anything about it. But the only thing we can do now is start preparing for Notre Dame. And if you're a competitor, you want to go play in the pit and you want to have a good showing and walk out on that floor and win or lose, walk off that floor and have Notre Dame know that you gave them everything that you got. And it's a tradition because of what has been done by previous players and teams in the past, and these guys get a chance to make their mark on that tradition, and hopefully it's a positive one.
The Pleasant Plains squad gets the victory tonight, 59-56 in overtime. Coach, as always, we appreciate the time.
Thanks, guys.
That's Saki and Coach Brad Tomei. Time to name our player of the game. It's presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisor Derek Harris. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, parents, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones Financial Advisor, understands this. That's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the player of the game on Central Illinois Sports. And You know, it's kind of hard to not tip your cap to Evan Hauser tonight. 19 points, including 10 in the second half and overtime, helping lead his squad to their 10th victory of the season. That's going to do it from Voschel Gymnasium. For John Hull, I'm Charlie Hull. Glad you've joined us for another Central Illinois Sports presentation. We're back at it on Friday night as the Sockies travel to Quincy.